Hey there. Bear with me for a second here while I put my shoes on. I'm exploring along an abandoned road here in the mountains. I resume my hike. I just had a little lunch. I thought I'd share with you a thought that was going through my mind. I'm deciding I'm going to be a little more open about my thoughts. There's some things I'm going to be steering clear of. Some things that just past experience has shown they just don't go anywhere in terms of they're irreconcilable in terms of these thoughts and others. But there's some things that I want to be more open about. And because I feel like time is running out, and it doesn't mean I feel like I'm going to die anytime soon, particularly, but we all are. So therefore, the time is indeed running out. Take a little drink here. Oi ocha, oi ocha. It's what Japanese husbands would say to their wives when they wanted tea. They come in after a hard day's work, sit at the table there, and oi ocha, which basically means hey, tea. And the wives would come out. Ooh, yes. It's not necessarily a bad thing. That's like Archie Bunker. Do you remember who he is? It's like Archie Bunker coming home, sitting in his big chair there. And, Edith, where's my beer? That's a terrible Archie Bunker. Just got a great video I just made. I was up in there. Had a really amazing experience. I'm on an abandoned road, followed an abandoned trail to an abandoned waterfall and an abandoned Shinto shrine up there. It had, abandoned farms. It's just, what an experience. But that's not why I started this. I'm sitting here barefoot in the cold. It's January. Trying to warm up, getting ready to go on a hike, and I was thinking about how much I love coming out. Excuse me for a second while I adjust my pants, get off camera. I was thinking about how much I love to be in settings where that are off the beaten track, that are not just settings like this place I'm in right now, but circumstances that are off the beaten path, circumstances that are not sanctioned by normalcy. And it's not to say that it's necessarily eccentric to go hiking like this, but this is a place, I'm in an abandoned place where people have given up. This used to be a holy waterfall. This used to be a place that people came to pay their respects. I found literally dozens, if not hundreds, of Ofuda prayer plaques up there. People used to come up this valley to offer their prayers at the holy waterfall there, and no one does that anymore. This is utterly given up. And I was thinking about how this used to be a sanctioned area. This was on the course, and I was thinking of slot cars. You know how when you're a kid, you put those slot cars in, they go, always following the same track because they're in a slot car. And some kids like those kind of things, and other kids like to take the four-wheel drive, with the remote control out and just go all about. Some kids like both. Most kids like both. But when you grow up, you tend to kind of, become one or the other. My wife is kind of is more on the line of the slot car, as are many Japanese. It's part of the culture, I think. They just simply abide the standards of their culture. They are taught, they are raised as Japanese. It's part of being Japanese is to be a part of what is normal. So it's no surprise that my wife is like that. It's a curious thing that she and I are together because I'm so not like that. And I think that in a way that we found each other for that very reason, because I've said before in past videos that if it hadn't been for her, I would have spun off into irrelevance, something that I talk about in a video called Semaphores from the Edge. I would have spun off, and I'm confident I tried to leave. I tried to go off, to leave society and go off out in the middle of nowhere, and I was going to live a vagabond life. Let's move. I was going to live the vagabond life. Straighten your hat up, boy. Make yourself presentable. Vagabond life. And I ran back to my wife, my girlfriend at the time. We've been together 25 years now. And she gives me something that, here's abandoned structures over here, abandoned farm equipment. She gives me something which I need, which is a grounding and a sustenance in normalcy. And I think I give her something that she needs, which is adventure and stimulation and a bit of deviation from the norm. What is that over there? What is that way over there? The black thing, I don't know. So, come back to our slot car thing, right? Some are like, my wife is more of a slot car type, and I don't mean that to put her down in any way. What I simply mean by that is she likes to be on track. Being on track makes me yawn. Being on track bores me. And to a degree, it bores my wife. That's why she's married to me, because I give her something else. And I'm not want to be like this all the time. I don't want to be walking on these roads all the time. There's ice ahead, right? And here it is. I don't want to be walking on the ice all the time. She gives me, and there's wind ahead too. I better be careful. I should probably try to wrap this up here. Otherwise there'd be wind noise. You don't want that. She gives me the comfort and the security. I give her the adventure and the wildness, and together we find that. As you move forward in your life, if you're a young person, you will likely become a blend of both. You may have a stronger preference for the one or the other. And abide that and heed that. Be very careful in selecting a mate that you can find someone who's, if not compatible with it, like my wife is not compatible with it. She doesn't come out and do this stuff with me. She's not interested in it, but she is accepting of who I am. And she encourages me to be the man that I am. That's why I get a lot of mileage out of life, I think. Like, this is the second time I got to use that word, mileage, today. Because my wife, she encourages me to be an adventurer. And likewise, I give her a lot of kudos, a lot of support, a lot of props, a lot of mileage by telling her every single day how grateful I am for the whole wonderful, beautiful, comfortable home that she makes for me. Now, for us. And here we go. This is where it's icy. Let's just go down here. The wind died down. We can walk a little bit. So if you choose to find a mate, find someone that if they're not compatible necessarily, at least that are tolerant of your way, and likewise check your own head. See, are you compatible with the way they are? And you can probably find a good balance that will work. If you can find someone that shares your interests explicitly, then wow, that's amazing. You might be very lucky. I've met some people like that, some couples like that, and that seems like a wonderful thing to do. It seems pretty rare though. But you can do it. Just like my dad used to say, just stay off the ice. Look at that. That's really slippery. He used to say, no, he didn't say stay off the ice, but he probably didn't. He would have said that too. He would have said, do what you love to do, and you will find other people who do it. I thought that was good advice. So I think now that we're almost off of the ice here, I'm hoping that I'm not trying to be like the sage wise man giving advice, because I have very little, but I have a lot of experience with things, and I've made a lot of mistakes, and some of them made some successes a little bit here and there, and I thought I'd share a little with you. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're getting a lot of mileage out of your life. Welcome to the icy road ahead. We've all got one. If you can find a partner up there that is like you, or at least can be your partner along the way, then good for you. If you choose to go alone, that's okay too. Friends out there, you make friends and partners, and some just like to go their own way all by themselves. That's okay too. Take care, everybody. Beware the black ice.